What's good, Commanders fans? Happy Sunday once again. I do want to make a quick video. The Commanders did sign another undrafted free agent, another UDFA, Jacoby Jones out of UCF. He is not related to Jacoby Jones. Rest in peace, the former Baltimore Ravens wide receiver that had the big catch, the mile high miracle. Was a heck of a kick returner. I think he had a kick return touchdown in the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. That Jacoby Jones for the Ravens, rest in peace. There's no relation there, but he had a good season at Ohio. He had 45 catches for 777 yards, 6 touchdowns, and then he had a couple of injuries here and there. He only played in 3 games in 2023 with Ohio, and then he played in 12 games for UCF this past season with 22 catches for 327 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, the production was not there, and I'm actually looking at his game log on ESPN, and it only has that he played 6 games in 2024. So I don't know how accurate the other stats are. So it looks like he only played in 6 games. He's 6'3", 228 pounds. He's a big fellow. He's a big target. In his write-up, it says that he's bigger H-back sized, so decent blocker as well. So maybe he does try to make a transition to tight end. That's possible. His vertical leap is 31 and a half, and he has 31 and a half inch vertical leap. He ran his best 40 time was a 4.65, which is pretty darn. That is like a tight end H-back type of running there. His slowest 40 time was 4.75, and then in the middle was 4.69. But his 31 and a half vertical leap, 10-foot broad jump or 10-inch broad jump, 20-yard shuttle was 4.32 seconds, 3-cone drill was 7.06. Now, there's no RAS score for him, but it's probably pretty average or below average for a wide receiver, especially with a 4.640. Running a 4.740 is just like Xavier Restrepo from Miami. That's like I said, that's like tight end speed right there. So, and he's more of an outside receiver too. He can play in the slot as well. Did return kicks at Ohio, so he has some special teams versatility there too. He how many kick returns did he have? He had 6. Let's see here. I just had it up too. He had 12 kick returns in 2022 for Ohio. Then after that, they took him off of returning kicks with 18 yards per kick return for Jacoby Jones. So looking at his bio as well, he was a fifth-year senior, made 3 appearances with 2 starts in 2023, and had 8 catches for 147 yards, had 85 receiving yards against Bowling Green and a touchdown. Now, if you do look at some of his numbers in some of the games, he did have a couple 100-yard games this past season in 2024. I think he only played in 6 games. He had 106 yards against Arizona, which is, a legitimate team. And then he had 116 yards, 6 catches for 116 yards and a touchdown against BYU. BYU was ranked 11th this past season. So he put up 100 yards against some decent competition here. Then he put up 55 yards against Arizona State and 7 catches. So he's more of a possession receiver. But if you look at the game against BYU, where he had 6 catches for 116 yards, there was one catch where he had a screen catch and scampered up the field for like 30, 40 yards, breaking tackles, just bouncing off of guys. Then he had a nice touchdown catch for 30 yards against BYU as well. So he does have some yak to him. He's a tough runner. He breaks tackles. He has good contact balance as well. Not shifty, like gonna make you miss in a phone booth, but like I said, he's a big fella at the wide receiver position, being 225 pounds. So he's like a bowling ball out there from what I did watch and what I did look at. But I do like the games that he had against BYU and against Arizona as well. And then in a short season in 2023, let's say like if he didn't get hurt, maybe he would have had a better season or had a couple good games if he didn't get hurt. He had 4 catches for 85 yards against Bowling Green. So just injuries really derailed his college career. But like I said, at Ohio, he put together some good games. He had 121 yards against Akron, 78 yards against Miami, Ohio, 87 versus Ball State, 96 yards against Bowling Green, and then 104 yards against Fordham, where they won the game 59-52. He had 2 touchdowns in that game as well. 6 touchdowns in the season that season in 2023. So, and I'll wrap it up with the defenders, man. Hey, shout out to the defenders. We got this dub, man. We got this dub. So shout out to Jordan Ta'amu, Braylon. I forgot the guy's name, man. And I don't have they don't show the stats and stuff like that for the UFL, which they need to do better than that with showing the box score. Cornell Powell had a touchdown. Jordan Ta'amu, he threw a bad interception. He tried to sell the game. Number 4 for the Renegades had a huge fumble, a clutch fumble for us. So shout out to number 4 for the Renegades with that big fumble that gave us the ball back, because it was 33-30, and then after that fumble, we got it when we scored, and it was 36-33, and then Jordan Ta'amu did a 1-point conversion and ran it. It's so silly they do 1-point conversions. Jordan McCain, the kicker, or Mike McCrane, he did miss a 58-yard kick. So I didn't like that. Kelvin Joseph made a good play. He was the 2nd-round pick for the Cowboys. He's on the Defenders right now. But they're 4-1. They really should be 5-0. They lost to Kellen Mond last week and just got upset at home when they were 3-0, and the Brahmas were 0-3. The Brahmas are losing right now 3-0. But the guy, Braylon, the receiver number 83, he's a good receiver. And then Cornell Powell is a good receiver, too. I gotta look at some more of the defense for the Defenders. And I think they have a decent tight end, number 84, too. But Jordan Ta'amu, his athleticism, his dual threat ability, they got the dub. Shout out to Greg Williams' son and the head coach for the Defenders. I can't remember his name right now because I know he took over the job right before the season started. So shout out to the Defenders for getting the win. Left hand up for the Defenders. Hail to the Defenders. And you guys let me know what you guys think about the Defenders win, and also the UDFA signing of what is this guy's name? Jacoby Jones. Jacoby Jones. So the Defenders, they play the Panthers next week on the road at 12 o'clock on ESPN2. All right, you guys. As always, health commanders. Peace.